Dylan Alcott here. We are at the NEC Creating Value Series at Sound West. And I'm with a West Sydney boy, is that right?
I'm a West Sydney boy, yeah.
Geez, you got a good voice as well. I'm with Luke Cook, a.k.a. Cookie. Am I going with Cookie or am I going with
No,
Luke?
you're going with Cookie, mate.
I'm going with Cookie?
Yeah, we're mates, mate.
Hey, come here. Like that. If you heard that, that is a slap of the hand. So we are mates. Mate, thanks so much for coming on. Now, you're a big advocate for, talking about a whole bunch of stuff, including mental health. And it's pretty cool to have this in the West, especially you are someone from the West. What do you reckon having an event like this means for people, but especially the young community around here?
You know what it means, mate? It means that people can come together and connect. And I think, as a society, we need to connect more. We need to be able to have conversations, learn stuff that is different from us, because I think as a society, a lot of us have become very insular. So for Western Sydney in particular, to be able to get out on a day like today, to learn new things from other people and be able to connect with people that are like-minded, I think is so important for mental health.
Now, you're the founder of Cuppa.tv.
Yeah.
What inspired you to do it? Why'd you get in? Because you've interviewed hundreds and hundreds of experts across many different fields. What was the background behind you wanting to get into it?
My previous business stopped overnight when COVID hit. I lost everything.
What were you doing?
I ran a live events and experience app called Fun Locker.
Okay.
So we would match experiences to people's interests, like standing on the field with your favourite footy team.
Yeah, cool.
But when COVID hit, all the experience stuff stopped, and I was a founder that invested everything into it. As in, I sold my house, I used the equity to build the app, and I just didn't have enough runway to keep going. And then when COVID hit, my mental health wasn't in a good spot. And what started Cuppa was I just thought, well, COVID's bad. Like we all know COVID's bad, but the mental health and well-being of people is going to be worse. And I knew mine wasn't in a good spot. So I walked up to my local coffee shop, bought a $2, I got my double shot latte, and came back and I said, well, how do I help people stay positive and inspired? So we launched this virtual cafe. I started a webinar, put a poster up behind me of a cafe that I got from Officeworks for $40. And then I started interviewing people like Gus Worland from Triple M, Lane Beachley, Kerry Pottast. And then, people started tuning in, and the letters of thanks and emails just drove me to do it every single day free of charge. And then clients wanted us, and then we started making money. So, yeah.
Really, mate?
Yeah.
Well, do you know how many people you've
impacted?
Yeah. Total?
Yeah, so we've interviewed over 400 different experts and personalities. I haven't got you on there yet, but you're next, mate.
Mate, is this a pitch right now?
Yeah, it is a pitch. Well. It is a
Mate, where's the contract?
Pitch.
I'll sign right now.
There's no contract,
okay,
mate.
Good.
There's benefits everywhere for you. No, but we've interviewed over 400 different experts and personalities, worked with over 120 different businesses to help them with conversations, and probably impacted over about 60,000 people globally.
Did you know you had these skills in you to do it like this?
Mate, my
or did you fumble into it?
My first ever job was lightning Luke on the streets of Sydney, handing out free cans of Coke and doing live crosses on the radio, mate. So I feel like I've come 360 in career.
Yeah. Good on you.
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been awesome.
I think also, shout out to you because you do have a sense of vulnerability on there, even talking about your mental health and stuff like that. How important do you think it is to create value in the community with the work that you do?
It's critical. You see all the stats at the moment, especially amongst young people, youth suicide, all the rest of it. And, we are in a situation as a country where we need to start being able to show our vulnerability, be able to connect better, and most importantly, learn that, conversations are key. And again, like I said at the start, I think we've become very insular. We've become very focused on what we see on face value via social media, etc., that we don't go deeper into understanding what's really behind the human psyche.
People like, what's your best traits, Dylan? And they always chuck out words like resilience, grit. Mine's vulnerability, one of them, and authenticity, which are the two hardest things to do, because when you are authentic and vulnerable, you're pretty bare and you haven't got many walls up. Things can hurt, you know what I mean? But they are, people might think vulnerability is a weakness. It is a strength.
It's 100% a superpower. You have to come from a place of strength, though, with your vulnerability, as in you've got to be true to who you are. And that's where the authenticity side of things comes in with you, is that, if you are that, you can change one conversation or one person listening today.
Yeah.
Could actually shift the direction of change forever in who they are, how they act, and also how they see the real world around them.
Yeah, it's pretty woo-woo. You can change lives with what you say, in a good or bad way.
Totally.
People say, you change life for the good, but if you say something the other way, it can really affect people. I agree with you. What about tech? So NEC is one of the foundation partners here at Sound West, but huge in tech all around the world. I'm very lucky that I've been part of the family with them for years. How have you used tech in your business? I mean, you touched on it before, but how important is it for you to get your stories and your message and your brand out there?
Well, it's where we started upon. Like everything that we do now, we've built like what I sort of call the Netflix for conversations, where like binge watching is for good with us. So everything that we do is virtually streamed. We co-create content. We use different platforms and stuff to be able to deliver those platforms, all the content through. So yeah, it's critical. How
long are the eps?
Oh, man, it varies. Like we usually we're 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But then what we do is we break down that content into snackable moments so people can consume really quickly. So,
best episode? Or is that like choosing your favourite kid?
No, I've had interesting episodes.
Okay.
We probably can't go
smooth on the interesting. Yeah, that's
interesting, but there's some of the biggest impactful ones for me is my biggest growth has happened from learning people that from listening to people that are different from me.
Yeah, great.
So Indigenous community leaders, stolen generation, people with disabilities. Did I actually sit down and have proper conversations in these areas before? No, and I think more people need, if we're going to grow as leaders, grow as a community, we need to have more conversations with people that are different from us.
That is a beautiful Switzerland straight bat answer. So you didn't have to pick your favourite kid.
No.
But that was a really good answer.
Yeah.
I agree with you because, and even because you get, like if you've got a passion, like obviously mine's disability, you get in your disability silo sometimes as well. So getting out there and talking to people from other communities, disabled or not, and educating in general has been really something that I've enjoyed the last 8 months when I haven't been playing tennis because I've had time to get out there and do it. Mate, I agree. Can I come on your show? What do I got to do to get on?
Mate, we just need to book a time. Deal?
Mate,
You're on.
We will do it.
We will do it.
We'll do it in the next few months, I promise, all right? I want to come on. We'll do it. Mate, thank you so much, Cookie. You're a bloody legend. Make sure everyone go check out Cuppa.tv, but thanks for coming on the Creating Value series. We appreciate it.
I really do appreciate the time.
Jeez, you've got a good voice too.
Yeah, Lightning Luke. See, I should have kept on going in radio.
Because I didn't know I had a voice until I went on radio, and then people go, ooh.
Do you know what I also used to do, Dill?
Yeah.
I used to do bingo calling as well. Legs 11, all the ones.
Jeez, that's good. That is...
Mic drop.
Cannot beat anything. That is on the end of the podcast. Thanks so much, brother.
See you, mate. Bye.